follow us at once into the house, like anyone else would have done. Seems to show to me that they have some sense of shame left.
And they have been eating muffins. That looks like repentance.
You don't seem to notice us at all. Didn't you cough?
No, I haven't really got a cough.
You're looking at us. What effrontery.
And they're repenting. That is very forward of them.
Let us preserve a dignified silence.
Certainly. It's the only thing left to do now.
This dignified silence seems to produce an unpleasant effect.
The most distasteful one.
But we will not be the first ones to speak.
Certainly not.
Mr. Worthy, something very particular to ask you, much depends on your reply.
Gwendolyn, your common sense is invaluable. Mr. Moncrief, I have just one question I would like to be allowed to ask you. Why did you pretend to be my guardian's brother?
So that I may have had the pleasure of meeting you.
Well, that certainly seems a satisfactory answer, does it not?
Yes, dear, if you can believe him.
I don't. That does not affect the wonderful beauty of his answer.
True. In matters of grave importance, style, not sincerity, is a vital thing. Mr. Worthy, what explanation can you offer to me for pretending to have a brother? Was it in order that you may have the opportunity of coming to town to see me as often as possible?
Can you doubt it?
I have the greatest doubts, but I intend to crush them. Now is not a time for German skepticism. Their explanations seem to be quite satisfactory to me, especially Mr. Worthing's. That to me seems to have the stamp of truth upon it.
Yes, I am more than content with what Mr. Moncrief said. His voice alone inspires absolute credibility.
Then, should we forgive them?
Yes. I mean, no.
True, I had forgotten. There are principles at stake that one cannot surrender. Which of us should be the one to tell them? The task is not a pleasant one, I'm afraid.
Can we not both speak at the same time?
An admirable idea. I nearly always speak at the same time as others. Will you take time from me?
Certainly.
1, 2, 3.
Your Christian names are still an insuperable barrier. That is all.
Our Christian names. Is that all? But we are making Christmas this afternoon.
For me, you're willing to do this terrible thing?
I am.
To please me, you're ready to face this fearful ordeal?
I am.
How absurd to talk about the equality of the sexes, where question of self-sacrifice men are infinitively beyond us.
We are.
In moments of physical courage, which we women know absolutely nothing.
Darling!
Darling.
Lady Bracknell.
Gwendolyn, what does this mean?
Merely that I'm engaged to be married to Mr. Worthy, Mamma.
Come here, sit down immediately. Hesitation of any kind is a sign of mental decay and death. This weakness guilt. Pray, sir, my daughter Sidney Flake, our trusty maid, whose confidence I purchased by means of a small coin, and hauled her once my luggage train. Her unhappy father, I'm glad to say, is under the impression that she is attending more than usually lengthy lectures by the University Extension Scheme in income thoughts. I do not plan to undeceive him. Indeed, I've never undeceived on any question. I would consider it wrong. But of course, you understand that all communication between yourself and my daughter must cease.
I am engaged to Gwendolyn.
You're nothing of the kind, sir. And now, Algernon. Algernon?
Yes, Aunt Augusta.
May I ask if it's in this house that your invalid friend Mr. Bunbury resides?
No, Bunbury's not here at the present. In fact, Bunbury is dead.
Dead? When did he die? His death must have been extremely sudden.
Oh, I killed Bunbury this afternoon. Bunbury died this afternoon.
What did he die of?
Bunbury? Well... quite exploded.
Exploded? Was he the victim of a revolutionary outrage?
No.
Or was it aware that Mr. Bunbury is interested in social legislation. If so, he was well punished for morbidity.
No, Aunt Augusta. Bunbury was found out. Bunbury's doctors told him that he could not live. So he died.
Mr. Bunbury seems to have great confidence in the opinion of his physicians. I'm glad to see that in the last he made up for some course of action that acted as a proper medical advice. Now that Mr. Bunbury is out of the way, Mr. Worthing, who is this young person whose hand my nephew Algernon is holding in what seems to me to be a more than purely unnecessary manner?
This is Miss Cecily Cardew, my ward.
I'm engaged to be married to Cecily, Aunt Augusta.
I beg your pardon?
Algernon and I are engaged to be married, Lady Bracknell.
I don't know whether there's something particularly exciting in the air in this part of the country. The amount of engagements that go on seem to me to keep being purely above the average that statistics have laid out for our guidance. I think some preliminary inquiry on my part would not be out of place. Mr. Worthing, is Miss Cardew at all connected with any of the larger railway stations in London?
Mama!
I'm merely desiring information. Before yesterday, I had no knowledge of a family or person whose origin was Earnest.
Miss Cecily's grandfather is the late Mr. Thomas Cardew, 149 Belgrave Square, SW, the Fifeshire, Sporran, and Gervais Park, NB.
That is not unsatisfactory. Three addresses always inspire confidence, even in tradesmen. But what will provide their authenticity?
Well, I have the court guides of the era open to your inspection.
I have no grave errors in that publication.
Well, her family solicitors are Messenger Markby.
Markby.
Indeed.
And probably the very highest in their profession. Indeed, I've been told that one of Mr. Markby's can occasionally be seen at dinner parties. So far, I'm satisfied.
Well, I also have in my possession certificates of Miss Cecily's birth, baptism, whooping cough, certification, registration, vaccination, and measles. All in the German and English variety.
A life full of experiences, I see, though somewhat premature for a young girl. I myself am not in favor of premature experiences. But until it's time for us to take our leave.
Please, Aunt Augusta.
As a matter of form, Mr. Worthing, does Miss Cardew have any small fortune?
Oh, only 150,000 in funds. But that is all. It's so good to have seen you.
About Mr. Worthing, £150,000, and in the funds. Miss Cardew seems to be a most attractive young girl now that I look at her. Very few girls of the present age have any really solid qualities, and these qualities at last improve with time. Pretty child, your dress is sadly simple and your hair looks like nature might have loved it. But that can easily be altered. A very experienced French maid produces very marvels of spec in a very short space of time. Indeed, I remember recommending one to the young lady Lansing. After 3 months, her husband didn't know her.
And after 6, nobody did.
Turn around, child. No, the other way. Yes, quite as I expected. There are great social possibilities in your profile. Algernon,
Yes.
there are great social possibilities in Miss Cardew's profile.
Oh, Cecily is the sweetest, smartest girl I've ever met. And I don't give 2 pence about social possibilities.
Don't put down society, Algernon. Only people who can't get into it do that. I'm sure you are aware that Algernon only has debts to depend on, and I myself am not in favor of mercenary marriages. When I married Lord Bracknell, I had no fortune to depend on, but I never dreamed to let that get my way. I think I must give my consent.
Thank you, Lady Bracknell.
Thank you.
Thank you, Lady Bracknell.
You may call me Aunt Augusta in the future.
Thank you, Aunt Augusta.
Thank you, Aunt Augusta.
I think this marriage will come quite soon. I myself am not in favor of long engagements. They give people time to learn each other's character before marriage, which I think is never advisable.
Pardon me, Lady Bracknell, for interrupting you, but I must say that this engagement is quite out of the question. Why, as Cecily's guardian, she cannot marry without my consent, and that consent I absolutely decline to give.
Whatever not, Algernon is an extremely, I may say almost ostentatiously, eligible young man. He has nothing but most everything. More than one desire.
Well, and it pains me to speak to you in this way in front of your own nephew, but I suspect we're being untruthful.
Untruthful?
Yes.
My nephew Algernon, impossible he is an Oxonian.
I'm afraid that there's no doubt in the matter. This very afternoon, when I was on a very important question of romance, he came into my house under the false pretense of being my brother. Under this, he drank, I'm told, an entire pint bottle of Piaget Brut 89 wine, which I specially reserved for myself. He then succeeded in the afternoon in alienating the affections of my only ward. And he stayed to tea, devouring every single muffin. And to make matters all worse, he knew the whole time that I do not have a brother. I have never had a brother, and I never intend to have a brother. I told him so yesterday afternoon.
Mr. Worthing, after careful consideration of what you just told me, I've decided to completely overlook the next conversation.
How very generous of you, Lady Bracknell, but I'm afraid my decision is unchanged. I decline to give my consent.
Come here, dear. How old are you?
18, but I always admit to 20 when I'm at parties.
Cecily.
That is very smart of you, dear. No girl should be completely accurate about her age, and also calculated. 18, but it makes 20 dinner parties. Well, soon enough you'll be of age and free to share tutelage. So don't think that your guardian consent is of any really great importance.
Pray, pardon me for interrupting you once again, but I must tell you that under the terms of her grandfather's will, Miss Cecily does not become of age until she is 35.
I don't think that's of any really grave objection. 35 is a very attractive age. Indeed, women of the very highest birth in the city of their own choosing have been 35 for years. It's an instant complaint. She's been 35 ever since she arrived at the age of 40, which has been many years ago now. So, I don't see why Algernon, well, Cecily would be any less attractive at the age of 35 than she is now.
Algie,
Yes,
could you wait for me till I was 35?
of course I could. You know I could.
Yes, I felt instinctively that you could.